New at 10, we're taking another look back into Milwaukee history.
This time spotlighting the beautiful beacon that is North Point Lighthouse.
Shining a light on the Milwaukee shoreline for over 100 years, we look back at the rich history of the North Point Lighthouse and the people who kept it running then and today.
So in 1855, they came out here to North Point. This is the northernmost point of the Bay of Milwaukee. They built this structure right here of Cream City brick with a cast iron lantern room. It was located about 100 feet from here, right out on the bluff. But by 1888, the bluff had deteriorated to the point where they were 10 feet from losing the lighthouse to the lake.
Curator Mark Kuhn gave us the tour of the Lighthouse Museum, showing us how it's changed with its surrounding landscape.
Late 1890s, Frederick Olmsted came to Milwaukee. Now, he designed Central Park in New York City. Came to Milwaukee, he designed Lake Park, Riverside Park, and Washington Park, our first zoo.
In 1907, the tree line of the newer park got so high you couldn't see the lighthouse from the lake. So, with some rearranging of parts from the old and new lighthouses, a taller one was built with the original 1855 lantern house on top.
This is the only lighthouse in the country built out of 3 lighthouses.
The people who kept the light on were no less unique. Eli Bates, Milwaukee's first keeper, had a court prosthesis after losing his leg in childhood.
But he still climbed that light every night.
But it wasn't all hard work for Bates. He was known to throw quite the party.
They used to say that the light wasn't the only thing that was lit up at night.
Later on came Georgia Stebbins. She was the first resident keeper in the newer 1888 house, the longest serving keeper. She was there for 26 years. She was also the only woman to keep the light on in North Point, even though she had tuberculosis.
Well, we estimated the time she lived here, she climbed those stairs over 63,800 times.
North Point functioned as a lighthouse until 1994, when it was decommissioned by the Coast Guard. It stood abandoned for almost a decade until John Scripp, president of North Point Lighthouse, made it his personal mission to save it.
That the property should be restored and the area kept for historic preservation and park purposes.
After many years of hard work, the North Point Lighthouse was back in operation, even for private events and offering weekend tours of its museum to the public.
Part of our tour is to educate people to what happened here.
So if you have some time on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, head down to Lake Park and experience the history of this great beacon.
This is a place where in a very, very short time you'll see that not too long ago things were very, very different.
That was our Carol Meekins reporting, and Mary Franzen, our assignment editor, does the research and puts those stories together. Very well done.
Good stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and today it was